Dr. Harry Benjamin here, streaming to you from Houston, Texas, by way of planet Earth. Anyone else out there want to give us your name or where you're streaming from?
My name is Dolako Kuye,
Good day, good day.
streaming from
Calling from
Nigeria,
Jamaica.
particularly from Ogun State in Nigeria.
Ogun State, Nigeria.
Add a keyboard that's powered by ChatGPT directly to your phone.
Welcome to the call, Dalapo. Welcome to the call. Anyone else out there want to give us your name or where you're streaming from?
From what I know,
Anyone else wants to give us your name? We have Dalapo from Nigeria, Ogun State, Nigeria. Anyone else? Anyone else?
My name's Dan from Kenya. Nice to meet
Dan.
you.
Hey, Dan.
Hey,
Nice to have you on, Dan. You're in Nairobi, Mombasa. Where are you at?
I'm in Nairobi, Kenya.
Nairobi. Awesome,
Representing.
awesome, awesome. Welcome to the call, sir.
Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Yeah, have you ever traded before, Dan?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. And what's been your experience so far? How is trading going for you right now?
I mean, it's a work in progress. I'm still working on myself. I think things will be okay.
Nice. Well, we're going to share with you, I guess somebody told you about the safety trade system, right? You want to come and see
Yes.
what the technology, how it could help you to improve your results.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, great. Well, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind if you be my co-pilot in looking at the system. I love to, just show the simplicity of it with brand new people. Do you mind when we get into it? We're not into it yet, but when we do get into it in a few minutes, do you mind just being unmuted and answering some basic questions?
Sure, I'll check it.
All right, great. All right, anyone else who wants to give us your name or where you're streaming from, please go ahead. All right, let's dive in now. All right, so Dr. Harry Benjamin is my name. I grew up in Jamaica, became a medical doctor, then later on switched over to becoming a distributor of automobiles very quickly after medical school. My wife and I did that for 16 years. We did very well, made dollars. We were able to move from Jamaica to Florida, United States, and we did some real estate investments there 2004-05. And then the real estate mortgage crisis happened in 2008. We landed in a financial valley, lost our business that was in the automobile space, and lost the real estate investments as well. Thankfully, we got into network marketing in 2010. We were able to get ourselves back on our feet. It's been a great journey. Over the course of those 13 years, in 2020, we got introduced to this community. Later on became known as Xtreamfx Global Academy. And within this academy, we started off as affiliates. And what is an affiliate? An affiliate is somebody who markets the academy to people and you earn commissions. So we started out with a little over $100 when we enrolled as an affiliate and started earning commissions. Some people enrolled with the $249 package, which came on later. And you could literally earn money from our compensation plan, whether it's $500 a month, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. You could earn substantial commissions from our compensation plan. It's very aggressive, very competitive, right? A lot of money can be earned here. What do we sell ultimately? Ultimately, what we offer to the public are three things. We have the Forex education, that's one. Two, we have a health and wellness line of products that are available through our website if you want to stay healthy and strong. Three, we also have a wholesale travel website where you can book hotels and get up to 80% discounts along with several other benefits. So we truly have an amazing business opportunity from several levels. Today, we're going to emphasize our education, our trading education, where we have already produced students that have earned over $1 million in a year, in a 1-year time frame. And today, some exciting things took place in the market, which allowed for several of our members to earn a lot of money for those who have our system. And I'm going to share with you what took place today. Hopefully you were able to participate. If not, don't worry, you didn't miss out. There are going to be many other opportunities for you to be able to participate and make money using the system. All right. So let's go into talking now about the $7.3 trillion per day, $7.2 trillion per day market. It's a large financial market that you could tap into. You're going to need education to do it, whether you're going to pay $89 a month, $99 per month, or $159 per month to get into our education program. After you've started off, right away, some people right off the bat purchase the safety trade technology, which cuts down your learning curve and helps you to increase your results. It's very cheap. It's only $599 for a one-year license. And then you pay $75 per month for a system that generates signals based on the safety trade system. So we have our hands on something magnificent, really, truly wonderful. All right, so today we have our friend from Nairobi, Kenya, right? That's going to be speaking about this along with me. My new friend, right, from Nairobi, Kenya. Are you there? Could you unmute for me? We're going to be talking about this together. So Dan and I, along with maybe one other person, will jump in. So Dan, do you mind just telling everybody a little bit about yourself? I mean, you mentioned that you're a trader. Do you mind just sharing a little bit about who you are and so forth?
Sure.
Did you
How's
run
everyone?
HDMI cable?
Go ahead, Dan. We're listening.
Okay, name's Dan. I'm very happy to join you all for the meeting today. And some time ago, I met Esther. I know she's in this group now, and she did enlighten me up a bit with Forex. And I had started the Forex back on 2019. And so far, I'm still working on myself. I know it takes a lot to be a good trader, and you need discipline, you need time, dedication, and you need focus. And to do that, you need a lot of concentration and sacrifice, both from yourself and from your family and maybe your friends. But mostly, it has to come from you. So
I see.
yes,
I see.
I'm
I
still
understand
here.
where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from, Dan. Thank you for sharing. So,
Thank you.
are you familiar with this website on your screen?
Yes, I'm familiar.
Okay, so you know how to mark up charts and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel the first time you saw trading? How did you feel the first time you looked at one of these charts? How did it make you feel?
Honestly, it was a bit confusing because understanding the charts is like understanding a new foreign language. So it took a lot of time before things made sense.
I understand you. And then even being able to put in these lines, right, that I'm putting in now, support resistance lines and trend lines and all of that, right? Man, the first time I saw this, Dan, I felt overwhelmed. I felt as if I would never be able to read this chart. And I literally felt lost, to be sincere with you. And it took me quite a while to learn how to use it, right? But I was determined to learn how to use it because I realized you could make money if you understood how to do it correctly. Now, what is it that we do all these marking up for? What is it that we're trying to do ultimately, Dan? What are we trying to find out when we put in all these lines and stuff like that? What are we trying to figure out? Dan, are you there?
Oh, yes, sorry, my apologies. We do that in order to try and gauge where the market is heading.
So you're trying to figure out if it's going to go up or down, right?
Yes.
So if it's going to go up, what type of trade are you going to try to do?
Well, if it's going up, you're going to look for a buy opportunity. Yes, and if it's going down, you're going to look for a sell opportunity.
All right, great. So we now have a safety trade system, our technology that eliminates these lines. You see these lines that we just put in, these trend lines The diagonal lines for new people is called a trend line. And then these horizontal ones are called support resistance zones and lines. You no longer have to learn how to do all of that, right? I just did. So let's forget about this chart and let's quickly look at the safety trade system. Now, the safety trade system, the way this works is that once you have that system in place, you're going to be able to eliminate all of that. You won't have to go through that headache again of having to put in trend lines and support resistance. You will not have to go through all of that headache. You're literally going to be able to use this color-coded system, Dan, and identify whether the market's going to go up or go down. All right? That's basically what it helps us to do. It gives us information to say it's time to do a buy or time to do a sell, and it does it in a very simple color-coded manner. There's also something called logo, which I won't dive into too much today, but on the back of this bull, let me enlarge this a bit so you could see it more clearly. All right, but on the back of this bull, there is what's called a safety trade logo, right? Let me just go up a little bit more on this. Here we go. Yes. Do you see this red line going this way, then down and up and down? Do you see that red line with the arrow at the end?
Yes.
Okay, and then do you see the blue one that goes up?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so those patterns are really what we trade. We trade this pattern. All right, and you will be trained on how to identify the pattern on the chart. I won't get into that right now, but I'll get into the 4 elements of how to identify the trade. Okay, there are 4 things that we use along with that design that we saw on the back of the bull to identify a trade. When is it that we should enter? When you're trading this on the back of the bull, when you're trading this, it gives you a huge advantage. If you trade this pattern, if you trade this for a sell and you trade this for a buy, it gives you a huge advantage. Beginners are able to even get away with just simply identifying 4 things to be able to take a trade. If you could identify 4 things to be able to take a trade, you could use the system and make money. So let's look at what do you trade, Dan? What do you trade? What do you currently, which currency pair or asset do you currently trade?
I do either gold or Nasdaq or Stati.
Okay, so Nasdaq 100. You like Nasdaq 100. I love Nasdaq 100 too. All right. So I'm going to put on the screen US 30, and I'm also going to put on the screen NAS 100. All right. So how we start our beginners is that you put up on the left side, you put your 5-minute chart, and on the right side, you put your 1-minute chart. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we look for 4 simple things along with the design of the bull. 4 simple things that you're going to look for. You're going to look out for these 4 simple things. If you could find these 4 simple things over and over again, you could make money using our system. Okay. All right. So let's slide this. Let's start off with, let me just use this one, right? Because this one was here. Should I use this one? I use this one to the left. All right. See that this one is already here. So this is today. This is happening today. And on the left is the 5-minute chart, which means each candle takes 5 minutes to come on the screen. On the right is the 1-minute chart, which means each candle takes 1 minute to come on the screen. Now we're going to analyze this 5-minute buy opportunity. And to do so, I would need to change this to the 15-minute time frame. And on the right, I'm changing it to the 5-minute time frame. Okay? All right. So this is how you would analyze. Let's start. We could start here. The green arrow is not on the screen for this one. You know what? I'm gonna go down. Let's do it this way. All right, let's start off this morning. All right. So let's go to this morning before the New York session, right? Before the New York session. So right now we're at the beginning of the day. All right, we're at the beginning of the day. Okay, beginning of the day. And for you, it's afternoon in Kenya when it's morning over here in the United States, right? So you have a huge advantage to trade the New York session in the afternoon and the London session as well. So let's start here. Okay, let's start here. Do you see this green line, this green wavy line running through the screen? Do you see it?
Yes.
That's a moving average, okay? And then the candles, wherever the candles are at a particular point in time. So these green candles going up, 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 you could see the white number to the right, that's the price. So wherever these candles are at a particular point in time represents the price, okay? So would you agree with me that the price was above this green line at this point where my mouse is? Do you agree that the price was above the green line? Yes?
Yes.
All right, good. Do you see this red arrow pointing down on the screen? Do you see this red arrow pointing down?
Yes.
Okay, so you've identified two things of the four things I mentioned. One, the price was above the green line. Two, the red arrow is pointing down. Three, all five of our indicators need to be the same color at the edge of the screen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 indicators. Are all of them the same color, Dan? Yes or no?
Yes.
Are all the indicators the same color? 1 at the bottom, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the edge of the screen. Are they the same color right at the end here on my mouse? Yes or no?
The last two are not the same.
Right. So we have 3 red and 2 green. So we need to wait for everything to turn red. So we wait for all of the indicators now to be red. Are all of them now red, Dan?
Yes.
All right. And then we're going to wait for the fourth one to turn green. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for a beginner, not intermediate or advanced level traders, beginner. Now, do you see where the fourth one has turned green? The fourth one from the bottom has turned green.
Yes.
All right, great. When this happens, you're going to put in a sell stop. Now, a sell stop is an order, pending order. It's not an active trade. Unless the candles come down and touch my green line, it will activate the trade if it does. And then beginners should go for 1 to 3 pips. If we're trading US 30, 1 to 3 pips is a lot shorter than this. And US 30 is about 10 pips, depending on the time of the day. But let's say 1 to 3 points or pips, right? Points. Let's call them points. And then your stop loss is going to be above where the hook is, wherever the hook is, meaning reversal. When it's going up like this with these green candles, wherever it reverses and comes down, that's where you're going to put your stop loss, right? So let's say we're estimating the stop loss might be here, but we'd be adjusting it based on where the reversal happens, all right? So let's see if it reversed and came down or it kept going up, all right? Okay, did it come down and win you the trade here? Did it come down, put you in the trade and win the trade here? Did it win you the trade?
It came down and activated the sell stop.
The sell stop, yes. And it even went to the second line. You could see it went through the second line as well to give you a profit on that trade. So you would have won that sell trade, correct?
Yes.
All right, that's okay. So that's the first trade for the day. That's early this morning. For you, it was maybe early afternoon, right? 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Nairobi. And then you kept going. Now, when the red turns to green here, it changes from a sell to possibly going towards a buy. So you would not be looking to do another sell here. You want the first one. So let's wait for another setup. Do you see the red arrow again pointing down?
Yes.
Everything turned red again, right?
Red.
And then we wait for the green. The green almost happened at this little spot, but it didn't happen. We got a gap. For intermediate level traders, they would have been able to take this as a sell when the gap happened. You see this gap right here, this little gap between the red and the yellow line? All right, intermediate levels traders would have put in what's called a sell stop just below here. I would have gone for a sell trade on that entry. But intermediate level people do that, not beginners. That's not for beginners, all right? So let's keep going. Do you get some green? Did we get some green now?
Yes.
All right, so we could try to do another sell here. This looks like it's going way up, but we could try nonetheless. And you know that came down, wicked you in and reversed. So that would not have been a good one, right? That would not have been a good one because the bot broke here. When the red turns to green, it should delete that trade. So you could even count this one as this would have been too high, too high, right? This one just went too high up, and you'd have had to have your entry up here somewhere for this trade to have been worthwhile. But you need to do some classes with us to understand how to take the trades when they go up this high, right? When they go up this high, you have to be very careful, okay? All right, so let's see now what happened going forward. Now we're on the 1 minute time frame. We're on the 1 minute time frame, okay? Now, this morning before there was news, so one of the things we could do is to track the news, right? At forexfactory.com, if we look here on Tuesday, 8:30 a.m., core CPI. When we see news like this with a red folder, what do you typically do, Dan? Do you trade or do you stay away from the market?
You stay away from the market.
All right, so with the safety trade system, we no longer have to be afraid of the news. Why? Because we have indicators to tell us what market is going to do. So as you're looking through, let me expand the screen, right, to look at US 30. So on the 1 minute time frame, if we go down to the 1 minute time frame, and we look here, there was nothing conclusive on the 1 minute, right before 8:30. Green, 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 green. It was all green. We didn't get a spot of red. We only had a gap. So only intermediate level traders would have been looking for a buy because of the gap. But then let's go up to our 5 minute chart. Let's see what the 5 minute was telling us just before the news. The 5 minute was also inconclusive before the news. Green, 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 and red. So there's no way to say this was a buy or a sell on the 5 minute. But let's look at the 15-minute trade chart. What is the 15-minute telling us here, Dan? Green, 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 red, green. Is that based on our system of color coding, right? The price is below, the green arrow is somewhere here, down here is all the way back here. But, right? But we had a couple of opportunities to put in a buy stop. Green, green, green. One here, and one here. Do you see them, Dan?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In fact, we could go back to over here, right? Even the day before. Do you see this green, 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 red, green here? Right here? In this bunch of candles here?
Yes.
Did it go up for a win after that if we did a buy at that time? Because green is for buy, red is for sell. Would you have won a buy trade here, right here?
You would have won.
Yes. Okay, here's another one. Green, 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 red, green. Right? You put one in here. Would you have won a buy trade here as well, Dan?
That's a winning trade again.
Red. Go here again, right here. Green, 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 red, green. Would you have won this trade right here when it came down and touched the line and then came back up after? Would you have gotten another win here?
Yes.
Yes. Then here's another one. Green, 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 red, green. It came down to the trade line. Did it go up afterwards for another win, Dan?
It went up.
Right. And then here, look at this one. Green, 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 red, green, right? Just before the news this morning. So let's say you put in a buy stop here, and intermediate level people are going to put in two. We're going to put in two orders. One, the first one, we're going to close down the first one anywhere from 2 to 20 points. The second one, we're going to allow it to run up and then adjust our stop loss to stop profit. Okay? Do you understand that, Dan? Where you could be in a trade and then as it keeps going into more profit, you change your stop loss to a profit. So if it reverses on you, it closes in a profit. Do you understand that?
Stop loss.
Yeah.
Right. Great. All right. So let's look and see what happened after the news. Do you see what happened when the news was announced? Did the market buy up?
It blew up so fast.
This candle, this single candle here, took less than 5 seconds. Less than 5 seconds. Let's see how many points that first candle was. That's 368 points on US 30. In 5 seconds, Dan, using the safety trade system. Did the safety trade system call it out accurately? Did it call out the trade correctly? Green, 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 red, green. Did it call it out? Yes or no?
Very correctly.
Very correct. Did it call out many others before this one?
A lot more.
A lot. So it's not a coincidence. It is just how the system works. So Dan, let me ask you a question. You won 368 points on this single candle that took 5 seconds. If you traded $1 per point, Dan, how much would you earn in 5 seconds?
378.
368, yeah, 60, 70, but let's say, all right, let's round it off to 370 because it went up even further. I haven't started talking about these yet. I'm just talking about right here, this first candle, okay? When it went up and pulled back a bit. Okay, so 300 and from the entry point So the where the top is 321. So let's say 320 points. So 320 points times $1, Dan. How much would you earn if you traded just $1 per point, which is 0.01 lot size micro lot on US 30? How much would you have earned?
321, yes.
Correct. What if you traded $10 per point? How much would you earn, Dan? In 5
That
seconds.
one would be 3,200 and yeah, 3,200.
Yes, $3,200 in 5 seconds that it took this candle to shoot up like this because of the news, right?
Wow, that's nice.
Right. Right. What if you traded $100 per point, Dan? How much would you earn on this single candle? Not the rest of this, just on this single candle.
$32,000.
$32,000. All right, let's slow down. So this is on US 30, okay, on the 5-minute chart. And this was our entry point, right? The second trade. And then this trade eventually went on to deliver 570 points, okay? Before it reversed it. 570 points. And it might still continue to go up a bit more. But 570 points is what it delivered on this news and the market open in the New York session this morning, okay? And this took about 2 hours. So let's look at NAS. Let's go over to NAS to see what happened on NAS.
That took on 2 hours higher up. Wow. That really
Yes.
happened, boy.
2 hours. 2 hours. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Is Femba? Is that right? Did I say your name right? Right? All right, great. This is NAS now. Let's look at NAS. Let's see how much NAS delivered, Dan. NAS did a total in 2 hours of 328 points.
Hmm.
Dan, are you with me?
With you.
All right, 328 points on NAS. Let's look at SPX. Let's go over to SPX. This is now SPX 500 or Standard & Poor's 500. This delivered 92 points in the same 2-hour time frame. You said you traded gold, right, Dan?
Gold.
Yeah, let's see what gold did in that time frame. From here to up here, let's catch it here where it pulled back 226 points.
Wow.
Let me just
Done by
Wow.
Oh,
do some math. Let's say you, because what I do, Dan, is that I track I track those four, right? I track those four. I track US 30, I track NAS, I track S&P and gold. Those are my 4 favorite, right?
Yeah.
And that's 570 points on US 30, 350 points on NAS. We had 260 on gold and 90 on S&P, right? That's a total of 1,270 points. If I did the smallest lot size of 0.01, which is $1 per point on these 4 different assets, that's 1,270 points in 2 hours on these 4 assets. Is that amazing or what, Dan? That we could have done that using the safety trade system. Some people did it today, by the way, just so you're aware. That it's not hypothetical. There are people in our community that caught this today. Many people, actually, not just 1 or 2. Probably Bright got some of them, because I know he trades gold a lot. All right? So I'm beside myself with excitement because this is amazing. Dan, come on, talk to me. Are you fired up? Right?
I'm fired up.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Fabulous.
Dan, this is not hypothetical. Here it is. Green, 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 red, green. 15 minutes before the move. So you had a lot of time to put in your trade, put in your stop loss and all of that, and protect your account and blah, 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 blah. Man, today was just super fantastic, right? So let's move up. Let's move off of gold here and go back to here, right? So this happened. Oh, by the way, what if you said, you know what, man, I prefer to trade currency pairs. Let's look at Euro USD. Let's look at what happened with Euro USD. Let's see if we could have made some money on Euro USD. Do you see what happened? This is Euro USD, Dan. Are you seeing what took place on Euro USD, Dan? This is 187 points on a currency pair in 2.5 hours. Dan, what if you traded GBP USD? You say, you know what? I prefer to trade GBP USD. Did we get a move on GBP USD today as well? Look at this, and it's still going 200,
Interesting.
228 points. Let's look at, okay, all right, you know what? I prefer to trade USD Canadian dollar. Look at the sell. Look at the sell. And the system had called this out perfectly. If let's check the time frames for it. You got to check through the different time frames to find the call out. I think that one I'm not seeing that one clearly called. No, it was called out by the system. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. You could see it, right? Some of you would have caught, some of you wouldn't have, but it's not very clear. USD CAD wasn't clean. It wasn't clean. It was a dirty sell. All right. So let's go back to US 30 here for a minute. All right. Let me calm down. But guys, let's go back to this forward chart. Look at where this has been buying from, Dan. Look from when this has been buying. What if you had entered a trade down here based on how our system calls this out? Because if we go to our 1 hour chart, okay, I'm going to the 1 hour chart like that. All right. And here are some 1 hour buy trades. Here's one right here. Green, 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 red, green. You could have caught this one, right? There were some other ones here. If you drop down to the 30-minute chart, here's another one all the way back here. Green, 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 red, green. Okay. And if you had entered a trade from here, this is 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days. Let's just shrink this down a bit. So from here where our entry line is, this green line to here is 1,890. Let's say 1,850. Let's say 1,850 points down, right? From our entry point, which is 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, 10 days. This trade took 10 days if you held it for that long, if you didn't exit, at some point. But you could see it continue to go up, right? It went up, down a bit, but it generally went up. Can you see that, Dan?
Yes.
Right? So the system is not only good for 1 minute, 5 minute trades, like the 2 hours today to make 1,200 pips, but you could also then make 1,270 pips. But this took one single trade. That's trading 4 different assets, right? But one single trade here showing 1,800 points, right? 1,800 points in just 10 days. In just 10 days, Dan. $10 per point, Dan. How much money is that? $10 per point times 1,800 points. How much money is that, Dan?
10,000.
$10 per point times 1,800 points. How much money is that?
Hold that. I'm very slow in mathematics.
Say that again.
1,800.
1,800 points.
108,000.
1,800 points times $10 per point. How much is that?
108,000.
It's 18,000 actually. 18,000. All right. 18,000.
Oh,
so here,
okay.
Right. Is that correct?
10 times 108.
Yeah, 10 times 1,800.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 18,000. I'm so sorry.
All right, great. All right, so Dan and everyone listen. Let's just look at you. Some of you have you ever heard of a trader making $1 million in a day, Dan? Have you ever heard of one? I've met 3 that have done it. Personally met them. But have you ever heard of any or met any traders that have done $1 million in a day?
Actually, I think I've met a couple.
All right, great. So here is our opportunity where the safety trade system called out trades that if you had a big enough account and you were trading NAS, S&P, US 30, and gold today, and you were able to trade a lot size of 10 per item. A lot size of 10 per item is actually a lot size of 10 per item is actually $1,000 per point. So $1,000 per point times 1,270 points, which these four won. US 31, 570 points. NAS won 350 points. Gold won 260 points, and S&P won 90 points. All of them happened today in 2 hours. So in 2 hours, Dan, if you had an account big enough to trade the 4 assets, so you were able to take 1 trade on gold, 1 trade on S&P, 1 trade on NAS, and 1 trade on US 30. And you won 1,270 pips or points today, times $1,000 per point. How much would you make in 2 hours, Dan?
That's $1.2 million.
Yes!
Wow. Jeez. Believe it.
Ah! Man, I am beside myself with joy because this is reality. This is not hypothetical. Here's a sweet little buy trade this afternoon. This happened just like a couple hours ago. You can see it here, Dan. Green, 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 red, green. Do you see it?
Yes.
Did the market go up after that?
Straight.
Right, great. 135 points. Can you make some money with 135 points on a trade, Dan?
A lot. A lot.
A lot. Even if you trade $2 per point, $2 per point, 135 points. How much money is that on a Tuesday night in Nairobi? How much money is that, Dan?
$270.
Could you do something with $270 in Nairobi?
A lot of things.
A lot. So I'm not even talking to you about the millions just yet. I'm talking to you about the reality of this trade. This is just a while ago. This is on the 5-minute chart. This just took place. This is not earlier on today, like this big, beautiful move. So this happens all the time. Not every day. We don't get these moves every day. You know, this is the CPI news, right? So CPI generally drives the market big time. But understand this, almost anything we traded today, if you use the safety trade system, you'd have made some money. If you go to USD, Chef, NZD, USD, we're going to see moves and opportunities that you could have made money from. So I helped us to look on 4 different charts today, right? And then let me just calm down so that I spoke about 4 different assets generating 1,270 points, right? And demonstrating that could have been $1,270 for some people. And I just showed where that would be over $1 million for some people. So in the future, going into the next few months, and I said it before, right? We're going to have people in our community that will do that in a day. It's going to take a couple, 2-3 hours. We're going to have people who will be doing that in a single day of trading. We're going to have members in our community that will earn over $1 million. I definitely know I'm going to do that. Okay? Because the system is amazing. It's giving us data in fact, the system is over 3 years in existence. It's only been public. Let me give everybody here a tip. This system has only been public for a year. There are less than 1,200 people that have purchased it. And it takes a little while to learn how to use it. Some people need 3 months, 4 months, 6 months to learn how to use it. Some people are off the bat, like Esther, out the door. Esther earned $6,500 within a couple of weeks after buying it. So some people will earn money quickly, like Esther, and there's some people who may take a few months to grasp how to use it. But it's very simple. If you take it at face value, don't make it complicated. Follow the rules. You're going to get exact rules on how to use it. You'll be able to make a meal of the market. All right. So I just showed us. So no longer do you have to be afraid of the news anymore, Dan. In fact, you're going to look forward to the news. Because you're not going to be concerned about the news. You need the market to move. And we have the system to tell you where the market is going. All right. All right. Let's go a little further now and talk about because now I write down all of these red folders. I look for them and I search them out, and I now know I have the system to help me to capitalize on these moves. All right. Let's talk about the scanner, because you may not have the time, Dan, to sit down and look at UK oil on the 1 minute chart. So the system, read this. Can you read this blue section, Dan?
New safety trade. UK oil minute 1 super sell or start sell.
Nice try on the essence. It's sell stop.
Oh, okay.
All right. Good try. Good try. I give you 50% for that. All right,
Thank
you
you.
got the sell right. All right. So what is this at the end here? What is the setup? Red, 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 green, red. What type of trade should we go for when we see that?
We should go for a sell.
Yes. So we're going to put in 2 lines here, which represent our entry and take profit. So if it comes down and goes through these 2 lines, that will give us some profit here. We could go for 2 to 3 pips on oil. But at the end of the day, trading is not recommended at the end of the day. Today we had a big sell-off, so you would not be advised to go and try to do a trade at the end of the day, okay? Because you see all this the move happened mostly in the day. There's a big buy up, and then it's a sell later on in the day, all right? So you gotta be a little mindful of that, all right? So I wouldn't be going for that right now. All right, the 1 minute chart. Let's go back to see what took place in the morning. Morning, we got when the news came. All right, let me see the 5 minute. Was it showing us a buy? The 15 minute, was it showing us a buy? Let me see which chart call is out for us. Yes, here it is. Here it is this morning. Can you see this, Dan? This is this morning. Green, 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 red, green. Do you see that? Just before the news. Just before the news. Do you see that?
Yes.
Right. And you'll be able to put in a buy order just before the news, right? And you'd have been able to win this move going up on oil. Okay? And then if we keep going up to the higher time frames, it may have given us an entry, right? This on one of the higher time frames, we may have got an entry for the sell. So when it went up, it's not on that one. All right, so there's no entry on the sell. We didn't get an entry on the sell. But it activated a 4-hour sell stop when it went up. All right, so green, red, 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 green, red on the 4-hour chart. So there's going to be a sell-off gradually on the 4-hour chart for oil, right? Which it has started already. Okay, which has now started. And if we look at it, it's now starting to sell off a bit. All right. So this system is giving us data that's reliable and consistent. It's not guesswork. It's just learning how to read the charts using the system. All right. And then it's calling it out for us. So that trade on UK oil that's about to sell down right now, this trade here, see it's starting to go down, Dan. You could see the red candle starting to push down. Can you see that?
Yes.
So it's pushing towards our entry. And if it keeps going down through the entry and then through this, that would have been a profit on that trade. All right. Let's just push this to here. Man, I'm just so fired up. This is an amazing system that we have, right? An amazing system that we have that's giving us data like that. Yeah. So you don't know, not only that you look at the chart to see what's going on, you also have the scanner to tell you when the trade has been set up. So you see this red arrow pointing down? You see one is on 1 minute on UK, 1 minute on US oil. And then it calls out not just oil and so forth. If you look at the indices, it calls out trades on the indices. There's one that it just called out an ESP 35. This is something to do with Spain and the top 35 companies. I've never traded it before, but it's calling out a buy on that. And then it's also, let's go over to the Forex peers, right? Forex peers is calling out trades on the Forex peers as well. NZD USD 1 minute buy stop, BS buy stop. And then here is the NZD CAD, another one that it called out again. NZD USD, NZD CAD. Whenever you see this red and blue and yellow star, it means that it's under 1 minute since it was called out by the system, right? Cryptocurrencies. What about cryptos like Bitcoin and Solana and XRP? And then you're gonna make so much money, you're gonna like, it's not even funny. What about stocks? Apple, Amazon, Bank of America, Citibank. Bro, you're gonna be your own bank in Nairobi. I'm telling you. All right.
That's crazy.
This is beautiful. It's supposed to be nice. Oh, look at this, Dan. Did you win that trade? Did you win that trade on oil? What happened here, Dan?
Sharp,
While I was over there busy. Did you
sharp.
see this win live and direct in front of your eyes, Dan?
That went straight to take profit.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Dan is already a master at the system, and you haven't even bought it yet. Guys, I'm telling you, this is such a beautiful season. Come on. Let me just go back to this US 30 again. I mean, I'm just beside myself. Look at this trade. Come on, somebody. Come on, put something in the chat if you're excited. Look at this. 560 points on a trade that the system called out today. Mm.
Wow. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I can feel it.
Wow, Lord. Wow. Okay. So, guys, all you have to do is buy a system, learn how to use it, and I'm telling you, and you know, this it's not as if this is rare. The developer, he averages, he regularly does 1,000 pips in a day. Sometimes for the week, he'll do 1,000, 600 for the week. We have a gentleman, his best trade so far, he's the number one in the community using the system. His best trade has been $230,000 and a single trade trading US 30. And one trade.
That's nice.
Yeah, one trade. Right? He used a lot size of 10. So he won over 200 pips on that trade. So if you had a lot size of 10 here, okay, which is $1,000 per point, and you traded this morning, this is $500,000.
Yeah.
Right here. Just like that. But guys, don't be surprised. There are people already doing that in the world. It's just that a lot of us didn't have the opportunity. But now we do. And I'm going to make a meal of it. Man, I'm gonna clean this thing up like there's nobody's business. You want to tell me 2 hours, Dan? 2 hours to make $500,000. 2 hours.
Very short amount of time.
Isn't that wonderful?
It's the best thing ever.
Hey!
The best feeling.
Woo! Woo! I know Horatio. Horatio, are you out there, my brother? I think I saw you logging in earlier. Is Horatio with us today? My gosh! Oh, man, I need somebody else to help me celebrate. All right. Okay. All right. Let me calm down. So you have the scanner done to give you here's more trades. You won't be short of opportunity. That's just the bottom line. So here's the scanner calling out these trades, buys, sells. Okay. I'm not even going to talk about the blue line and all these other stuff that the system does. And then the system itself giving us reliable data. Reliable data. No guesswork, no longer, no support resistance, no trend lines, Fibonacci, no volume, momentum. We do not have to do any of that. All right. We simply have to just follow the rules, learn how to use the system, and later on you learn how to look for the logo. We'll talk about that. You learn about that, not talk about it, because you need to practice. There's some practice that comes after you buy the system. Right now we have the privilege of the developer training us on how to use it. So, because the community is still relatively small, but when it gets to thousands upon thousands of people, then that privilege will go away. But right now we have it. So capitalize on it, guys. Go ahead and get your system. How much does it cost? If you're joining us, I recommend that you start off as an affiliate. Let me just get this back down to where it needs to be. Start off as an affiliate. So you pay a little over $100, right, to join us as an affiliate. Okay, $168 or $249 if you want to be a pro. And then you go ahead and you buy your educational program, the Signature System, alongside being an affiliate. So $767, to join. All right, and then we pay either $99 a month or $159 a month, plus the $75 a month for the scam. All right, so the $5.99 to enroll is for the full year. That covers the full year. And then you pay 75 plus 99, which is 174 a month. Of course, some people want to go for this the safety system alone, but you're going to be left out of our community. You're going to be left out of coaching and training and so forth that is going to be available to you to help you to really make the most of it. And every one of us could benefit from some additional training on how to use the system. So we highly recommend that you stay plugged into our community to benefit from that. And that to do that, you pay extra $99 a month plus the $75 for the 6 months. So just $174. But you could win that in a single trade. After you get comfortable and you know what you're doing, then that's not going to be an issue. Okay. It takes a little while to learn how to use the system. Some people take 2-3 months, 4 months. Some people like Esther, 1 week. All right. Not promising you that you're going to have that experience done, but who knows? You already know something about trading, so you may end up moving a lot faster than other people would. All right. So very exciting times. Any questions, Dan? I don't know if anything I missed something or something wasn't clear to you. Any questions? I'll give you the privilege of questions before anybody else. Thank you for being my co-pilot.
Yeah, you're welcome. For me, I don't think I have any questions. A bit more direct. I think it's best if we could hear from some of the members.
All right, great. Thank you, Dan. And I know you're gonna clean this up, man. You're gonna tear this up.
Don't mention it.
Just know
the
it.
brokers are going to hate me.
Esther is great, man. She's doing well, and a lot of the members in the team are doing well. Bright in Nigeria, a lot of people are making money. One person in Esther's team even earned more money than Esther, over $10,000 in a day, in our team. So even one of our team members has earned more money than her. So that's great, right? And she's the leader of the team. So that's wonderful. All right, anyone else out there with a question? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anyone else? Any questions from anybody else? My friend Dolapo, I know you can't wait to sink your teeth in. I just showed you $1 million today, bro. 1,270 points across US 30, NAS, S&P, and gold. Bright, did you catch that trade today, Bright? Did you catch that buy? Yeah, Dolapo, I'm hearing you.
Anxious.
I know. I know you can't wait. You can't wait. Hey, Bright, what's up? Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, Mr. Bright is going to let me not miss Bright's last name. But Bright is going to be doing a presentation for Smart. He's our top leader in Nigeria, top trader for the safe trade system in Nigeria, Africa as a whole. We're going to be hearing from him tomorrow. He's going to be doing a safe trade presentation tomorrow. So let's load up the Zoom. He has not had a losing day. No, maybe 1 or 2 losing days. But almost every single day he's ended in profit. Almost every single day he's been ending in profit. So I know we're going to have a really exciting presentation from Bright because he's doing very, very well with the safe trade system. Are you there, Bright? You're cracking up a bit. Can you speak, Bright? Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit though. Go ahead. Go ahead again. Yeah, it's clear now. We can hear you.
Okay. I say thank you for the opportunity. It's my pleasure to actually see how I'm going to do it tomorrow. I don't know. I've been talking to a very small group and team, which is my team. So yeah, I'll be tomorrow. It's as if I'll be talking to the whole world, right? But I know it's something I believe myself. I'm sure I should be able to deliver. So I can't wait, because it's been a very smooth ride, a very smooth journey. Every day it's only getting better. When I'm looking at what is on the screen, I remember today I call out, to the team before the CPI, and then boom, it did boom. And And it went, you know. So trading has never been this fun. It has never been this simple. It has never been this easy. I mean, it's so exciting to, you know, having the safety threat system with us. It's a blessing, I must say.
Yes, sir. This candle you're talking about, this boom this morning, right? Boom.
Yeah. Is that gold? Is that gold?
Yes, yes.
You know, gold is my baby. It's my baby. Yeah, that's my baby. Yeah, yeah. That's the candle I'm talking about. That's
Yes.
the candle.
5 seconds.
That's the candle.
5. You know, normally, Bright would have to be afraid of this news and trembling and don't touch the market, stay away from the market when the news is happening, right? And look at this candle. 5 seconds. You know how much pips that is, bro? That's 101 pips. This one candle. One candle. That's $100 US. One candle, 5 seconds. If you trade a micro lot. And it went up more. It went up more for the day. Look at that. Look at that. 240 points. All right. So if you tapped it out anywhere in this pullback, you're still sweet. You're still sweet. You're still sweet like sugar. What an amazing day we had. And it's still going. They haven't ended it. So guys, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It's just wonderful what's going on. Wonderful what's going on. Wonderful what's going on. So thank you, Bright. Tomorrow I'm personally looking forward to hearing you tomorrow. Can't wait to listen to you. And respect you so much, appreciate you so much. Thank you for being a part of the family and the team. Thank you for succeeding. And keep it up, man. Keep it up. And I know a lot of people in Nigeria are gonna be blessed because of you. So wonderful.
God is loading. God is loading.
Gold is loading, man. Gold is loading. Gold is loading. XAU USD setting up a 1 minute sell stop here. Let me see the 5 minute time frame. Starting to is between a 5 minute buy and a 1 minute sell. So you have to be a little careful. You have to grab it tight, right? And then 15 minute chart, it's still gonna come down more. You know, we have a lot of it still needs to even come down on the 1 minute chart, needs to come back to the blue line. So there's a lot of nice things going on. A lot of nice things going on. A lot of beautiful things are set up for us. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nice things, very nice things. And then oil, Dan, look at the sell on the oil, right? What is this 1 minute sell stop or nice 1 minute sell stop or what? What, Dan, do you remember this?
Nice one.
Nice one, the UK oil, right? UK oil, right? UK oil, that's the system called it out, 1 minute sell. And it's minute before the market closes. I mean, I wouldn't have taken it because it's so close to market closing, but it's still a legitimate call. And it won, that's a lot, 56 points. Wow.
That's good money.
Right? Good money, man. So guys, thank you very much. If there are any questions from anybody else before we shut this down. All right. We're looking forward to hearing you tomorrow, Bright. We're going to have a fantastic time. Thank you. Please get back to the person who invited you to be here. They'll give you the information to go ahead and get yourself registered, get the system, so that you can be a part of our community and benefit greatly from the success that's happening for so many people across the world now because of the safety trade system, making trading predictable and accurate and giving people the confidence to be able to make money in the trading space. All right. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. It's gonna be an amazing, amazing, amazing time that we're gonna have together, guys. Amazing time we're gonna have together. All right. Until my next presentation tomorrow, we're gonna listen to Bright. Looking forward to it. Love you guys. Bye bye. Thank you, Fina.
Thank you, Dr. Benjamin.
You're welcome, Stephanie. Amai, you're welcome.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, hey, $1 million is available in 2 hours. I saw it clear today. I mean, I can't sleep anymore. I can't sleep anymore. I mean, I'm on it like white and rice.
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice for true. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. All right. All right. It's just a beautiful season, man. Just a beautiful season. Just a beautiful season. All right, guys. We'll see each other tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.